Hey there, students. I just recorded a lecture on Auguste Comte and felt like it came out a little bit lengthy and decided to break it into two parts. This is the second part. If you haven't seen the first part on Comte's Law of the Three Stages and all of that, go ahead and watch that first, or if you just want to pick up midstream, I certainly won't stop you from watching. This part of the lecture is going to focus specifically on Comte's particular brand of humanism. So if you click there, you can watch the first part, or you can just keep watching for the second part. Either way is fine with me. Enjoy. And while we're talking about Comte and science and all that kind of stuff, let's talk about a few other things he did. Now, Comte took it upon himself to rank the sciences. He was a historian of science, a philosopher of science, and he ranked the sciences starting with the most ancient to the most modern, and what he saw as the increasing complexity and increasing humanity of science. If you think about mathematics, people would have to know that pretty quickly. How many buffaloes are over there? And, well, looks about like 10 of them or something. Okay, that's useful information. How far is that away? Or something like that. How many squirrels are there? Who knows? But mathematics very old, and once you learn how to add, subtract, multiply, divide, you might start looking at the stars and charting the stars and using that to calculate the seasons. So then astronomy. Then physics. We want to know how the world works, preferably in a way that we can get it. But anyway, we're looking at all of this abstract stuff. Now, we start to see things like chemistry and biology. These are getting up there in the sense that we are thinking about living things. We're studying what's living, the chemical makeup, the biological makeup, and at the very top of this ranking, sociology, which was a new science at that time, and it's the science of society, the science of people. When we think about the social sciences as being superior, these are the sciences that are not abstract. They are not, having to do with our biological and chemical makeup, but having to do with who we are. When we think about psychology and sociology, these are things that inform us about ourselves, that inform us about humanity. And so therefore Comte believed that these social sciences that were coming of age at this time, that these were the most superior of the social sciences, which is kind of ironic today, because if you think about somebody majoring in sociology versus somebody majoring in physics or chemistry or mathematics, that's, but Comte felt like, hey, this is the pinnacle. And speaking of humanity as the pinnacle here, he believed that humanity was so awesome he wanted to create a religion based on humanity. This religion of humanity was one that was devoid of any kind of metaphysical element, any kind of theological element, no God, no abstract principles or anything. Let's just build a temple to humanity. And he wanted to create a secular religion that would give positivists an alternative, but they could still have all of the benefits of religious observance, which this didn't really necessarily catch on. Think about it. There are plenty of people who believe in God that have enough trouble getting up for church already. So if you don't believe in God, then why do that? But he wanted to do this, and while this didn't necessarily catch on, it did set the foundation for modern-day secular humanism, which is not necessarily a religion with observances, but it is a philosophy. And as far as morality was concerned, he coined the term altruism. And he believed that in order to ascertain the morality of an act, that you should look at how it affects others. Take the self totally out of the equation when making moral decisions. This comes from a saying in foreign language, French, Latin, something like that, vivre pour autrui. In English, live for others. All right, so instead of yourself. So altruism comes from this idea that you should live for others rather than yourself.